I'm Professor Hastings, and I'd like to give you a brief overview of the design thinking process and methods. In this first short video, I just want to talk about design thinking in broad terms. And here in the Interactive Media and Communications program, we actually refer to it as design thinking and doing. The doing part is pretty critical. We're not just thinking, but we're actually actively integrating all kinds of methods and processes to create innovative products, whether it's websites, mobile applications, or physical products, books, magazines, whatever it is that we're researching or producing in our coursework. So, to give you a quick overview, design thinking is a new term for actually old process, decades old processes that designers have used in the creation of the visual and product world that we see around us. It's a great way of encapsulating the many different things that we do to create and innovate. The primary concern is that it's human-centered. We are designing for humans. We are designing services, banking services, airport services, any sorts of human services. We are designing products, whether it's the latest gadget that you just have to have, or whether it's a website or a mobile application. We are designing products for humans to use. So design thinking is about human-centered design. Now I'm going to present all of the different steps that we use in our program in a linear fashion, but I want you to know that this is not a linear process. And as we go into each of the steps individually, you'll see that they overlap, they go back and forward, and sometimes it's an infinite loop, especially if it's a website that you're developing and maintaining over decades. It's an infinite loop. There are also many, many processes and methods. I'm only going to talk about a few. And then your own research will take you to new ones. There's new ones being developed and integrated into the methodology every week, every day, by companies and individuals around the world. The 5 basic steps that we use in our program are empathize, that is, get to know the humans you are designing for. Define, that's coming up with the answer to the problem or the problem statement. If we were in science, this would be called hypothesize. Ideate, this is where we get creative and we generate as many ideas as we can. Prototype, this is where we create a demo of what it is that we want to produce, and then test. This is when we put it out into the world and test it with the people that we want to use our products. It incorporates a number of thinking and creativity modalities, and I just want to touch on a few for you to think about and possibly resonate with. This is a process of possibility. The outcomes are endless, infinite. We incorporate logic with imagination and intuition. We also incorporate systems thinking. Systems and systems thinking are a critical integration with design thinking. We incorporate reasoning, exploration, iteration, and refinement. We do things over, we refine, and we produce multiples so that we can really get all of the bugs out. This is probably what I consider the most important piece. We learn to fail, and we learn to fail fast. And what I mean by that is that there are going to be things that don't work. We need to find out what those are. We need to do it quickly, and we need to have processes and methods where failure is worked through to get to the functional end product. So this is it in a nutshell. This is the design thinking and doing process that we integrate into the Interactive Media and Communications Master's Program. And I'm going to take you through the steps now.